Hi again. I am Fathom, and I am the founder of Other Fiber Creations. And today, I'm first going to move this chair out of the way. Perfect. You can see more of me now. Today is a part 2 to the video of last. I'm having a stonk. Can you send an ambulance or whatever? Today's part 2 to the video that you saw 2 weekends ago. There's the words I'm looking for. Where we are market prepping. This is just some general market prep. It is not like it's specific to anything in particular. I have my market season starting in April, and so you and I are just prepping along unless I get a commission or I want to make something different, like I did in the Rowan video, which you can see here. Today's goal, I know my apartment's a mess, so I'm going to be doing some cleaning between rows, which I do sometimes. I have some Corbies I want to finish, not Kirby, not Carby, Corby, Korbi, pink round blob that is not trademarked. I also have some of my little cat guys to make, the cube kittens. I think that's going to be my goal for today, is just finishing that sort of stuff. So, I'm happy to have you here with me. Let's go ahead and get this thing started, shall we? Okay. It has been a couple hours, and I have finished one Corby, bleh, and most of a second one. And I'm going to be honest, this video is probably going to span over a couple of days. I was like, yeah, it's going to be a second just day of market prep, finish the video, tap out. But I am tired, emotionally and physically. I am going to be forthright with it. I got broken up with last night, as of when I'm filming this, which kind of sucks. It was a totally understood, we were chill about everything. We're still going to live together, and we even made jokes and memes about it afterwards. But just because it went well and we're still going to have a good dynamic between us doesn't mean that my body is not still mourning the loss of that relationship. Chemically, when a breakup happens, you go through a very similar process to grieving. Do I feel like I'm grieving currently? Not entirely. Like, yeah, a lot of things are going to change, but a lot of things are going to stay the same between him and I. But also, it's like my body is more aware of it than I am. So I feel tired. I want to be in comfy clothes and curl up on the couch. I want comfort food. I had my cry about it, but with how it ended, I would have rather it ended than we kept going. Because there was the option there to keep going. But I think it ended and it should have. So I feel emotionally good about it. Physically, my body's like, stop the presses. Chemical imbalance. You must stop. Ugh. Jail for 1,000 years. And so I'm going to be taking it slow the next couple of days. We're still going to prep stuff, and I'm still going to come and talk to you guys. It'll probably be more like a daily check-in for the next couple of days versus a check-in throughout today situation. I'm making myself lunch now. I'm planning to finish the last one of these because I wanted to have 3 total. I finished one yesterday, this one today, and the one I have at my feet because it's on the floor so I can film without a bunch of stuff stacked right next to me or on me. And then I will shift gears into working on whatever I work on next, which is probably going to be the cube kittens. I want to have 5 of each color I make. I have 3 done in Bernat Blanket Oatmeal is the color name. I had to think about that. So I'll get 2 more done in that color. I'll probably use the rest of that white skein of yarn from yesterday. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should go watch part 1, which is here. And yeah, I'm going to take it slow. And that's okay. Society and life try to impress upon you that you must constantly go, must constantly be productive, and must do things in order to be of value. But I have value by just sitting here and healthily taking the time to process what my body needs. And I'm not going to let anybody convince me otherwise. So yeah, if you hear that sound, that's me having food. So I'm going to go eat now. And then we'll get back to work at our slow and steady pace. Ooh, pew pew pew. It is the next morning. Let me not flash you by accident. I am tired. My face is breaking out more. It happens. That's life. I think I'm going to show you what I've done so far. And then I'm probably going to do one more day worth of work and check in with you tomorrow morning. I'm going to be honest, this is a kind of selfish reason. I am enjoying having a creative outlet to focus on for my future and just in general. Not like to bury myself in work because of the breakup, so much as it is nice to know that my passion is not gone just because the relationship's gone. If that makes sense, you know? Let me not be a sappy rambler, because this is not a channel about my life, this is a channel about my work. So, in this box, I have more than what we've made in this video. So I'm just going to show you all the things in the box. This is everything that I've made since my last market that I did. So, in part 1 we made the raccoon. I think he's very cute. I like the tail. This is from Dolly's Crochet Shop MK. I'll put the name here. I then have our little cube kittens, like we talked about. I have 8 total done of these, 5 in oatmeal, ta-da, and 3 in the white. Ta-da! For things that I have not shown you me making that have been done in the background, as of like the beginning of this week, since this is a midweek video, we have 2 of my bushroom boys. I saw the name mushroom, changed it to a bee. They've got green tops and these little flower pieces made out of scrap yarn. We have 1 warm tone, 1 cool tone, bringing the total number in my inventory to 2 cool tone, 2 warm tone. We have 5 of my star shroom boys. I crochet these star appliques, which you can find the pattern for the applique down in the description below for free on my Ribbler. Shout out, love that. I make 3 of them, sew it onto a blue top like a night sky. Reminds me of kind of Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night. And I make a point, I only sew the center in so that they curl up like flowers. They look very floral, but if you space them out, they look like stars. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those guys. And the last thing you saw me make in this video, 3 Kirby's. I started 1 in the first video, 2 in this one. So, today's goal is a relatively simple one. It's one that I started last night after I finished my workday. I wanted something to do with my hands because it made me feel productive. I didn't want to kind of mindlessly sit and do video game because that felt wrong in this moment. So, these are mushroom caps for my mini fidget lads. They are essentially the top half of a mushroom poppet some people make, but mine have the bobble stitch arms and legs. I grabbed some 10mm eyes. These ones are from my friend Mari. They are probably from Temu, knowing her. but they are just plain safety eyes that you put a small little panel behind as you clip them in. I have these in a bunch of different colors. I've been working my way through them. I started them, so I have 4 to make? Yeah, 1 more to sew, white spots on, 4 bodies to make. I think that's going to be good, and that'll be the focus of today, is just making as many of those as I can get through. So at the end of today, I will check in with you on that. And yeah, the other fun thing I've been working on is this. It does not look good in this current moment, because this is the first iteration. First funny thing, this part down here and this part up here are the same number of stitches. It's just that the brown yarn is so much smaller that it makes it look like half the size. I do so many of these little fidget things. I wanted to try and make like a plant pot where the plant up top could raise and lower, and so this is just a first draft of me attempting it last night. We have the string of hurls, the dirt up top, and then pink for the pot. I just grabbed some scrap yarn to test it out. I think it's going to end poorly, but we're at the point where I am going around the sides to kind of make the bottom half of the pot. We'll see what happens. Chances are this first draft is going to be bad. It's going to be something that sits in my collection, but we'll see what happens. With that, I'm going to stop rambling and get back to work, because that's what I'm here to do, is my work day. That's it. Pew pew pew. Okay, it is the end of my workday. As you can see, you are behind the pile of things I finished this week. Yes, I finished these all this week, and so I'm going to show you them all, even though you weren't with me for the whole week, because I think that's fitting. So, we have our 5 star shroom boys that we talked about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In case you're wondering, I'm throwing these into the bin I'm going to store them in until it's time for me to label them all and add them to my Square account. Next we have 2 bushroom boys, so 1, 2. Next we have the raccoon that I made in the last part of this video. Here he is, once again. Next we have the Corbies, 1, 2, 3. Next we have the cube kittens, which we have in white and oatmeal. So for white we have 1, 2, 3. For oatmeal we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then today what we finished is some of my fidget shroom lads. Let me put the microphone somewhere where I can grab things for a minute. That should work probably. I like this. So we have these guys. They are made out of some of the scrap yarn I have from other projects. And for these we have 1, 2, and 3. I feel good about what I accomplished. I didn't count how many projects this is. I probably should have. Editing Fathom, if you're willing to, put it here on the screen. I got less done today than I have previous days this week because A, I finished editing the Fantasy Inspired Shawl for LARPing video that you've already seen by this point. You can view that here. And I made a batch of cookies because I've been craving some dark chocolate. And so I made some double chocolate fudge cookies. They were so good. I still have some. I'm not going to eat one on camera because I've had 4 of them today and they are so rich. But all in all, I am very pleased about how this has all gone. With that, I think I'm going to be done working for today. Because, holy crap, that's a lot of projects. I am going to go ahead and wrap this video up so that you guys can see it. And let me know in the comments. Well, let me do the spiel. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. If you're going to do one of those 3 things, make it subscribing so you can see all the other fun projects I make on this channel. Today's question of the day is, do you like seeing me market prep, or do you prefer when I make one bigger project in the video? Let me know in the comments below so that I can adjust my content according to what you guys seem to prefer. Because I like doing the market prep stuff where you guys can see what kinds of stuff I'll have on my website and at markets I go to. But also, I know that it's a lot more fun sometimes to see the big creative stuff people do online. And I want to know what catches your interest more out of what I make. Let me know, comments below. With that, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to visit my website and my Ribbler down in the description below. Yeah, bye for now.